What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Today is Tuesday, September 5th, day number 35 inside the Big Brother house. And interesting enough, with 35 days of just pure chaos, today was kind of chill. There wasn't too much madness going around. Now, where we ended with yesterday's update was the plan being on Jag. He kind of agreed to go up as a pawn, even though, in fact, he'll likely be the one to be evicted this week. He was kind of conned into doing it by the Seven Deadly Sins Alliance, which included Blue, who really kind of got the ball rolling with that. She was the one who, kind of went Jag, your name has been going around lately. It might make everything easier, especially for Jared over here, if you just volunteer. That's pretty much what happened. She sold what was her final two down the river for her new final two, I assume, in Jared. I think that's kind of her play on how she feels like she's going to go forward. And honestly, I can't blame her too much with how things have been playing out. I think she kind of sees that Jag is on a sinking ship, and you know what? You don't want to go down with it. Seems like the only one who isn't really aware that Jag is the one who will be leaving is Matt and Jag. Matt is, he's this poor guy. He saves Jag last week. He thinks Jag's going up as just a pawn this week and that he's still going to be fine. Even late last night, he was making deals with Jag and talking about their future plans. We'll kind of go over that a little bit later. But yeah, poor Matt doesn't really realize that Jag's going. And yeah, it's kind of a shame. It's kind of a shame that, we had that whole week where Jag gets to stay. We have the big power it was used to save him. And then it was all just kind of for naught. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how that really goes. That did go to fruition with, the veto ceremony. Cameron did take himself off the block. Jag was put up, so it is Red versus Jag on who will be leaving on Thursday. And there were lots of lies to both of them. Again, people are telling Jag to his face, you're fine, don't worry about it. This included America, who was just like, yeah, you got the votes, everything should be fine. Even though she knows most likely it will be Jag going. She was one of the very few who tried to tell him in the first half, but I think now she kind of realizes he's on his own. Then we also had Cirie telling Red, hey, you know what? Felicia, she might not vote for you. I'm not 100% sure. So she's just kind of laying these seeds of doubt in him. And that's kind of interesting and also smart for her because, again, she kind of sees Red as someone who maybe could take some shots for her if she needs to down the line. And someone who's already said he will put his game on the line for her. So fully trusting in Cirie. Meanwhile, with Felicia, her and Mimi started to get frustrated with Blue kind of always being in the meetings with Jared. And just kind of being always around. So they're getting a little frustrated with that. And then also her, Mimi, Felicia, and I was her, Mimi, and Felicia, Mimi, Cirie, and Izzy. They all had this really late night meeting, and I wasn't 100% sure what they were talking about. They're just such good whisperers. They're always real. So it's really hard to hear what they were saying. I think so. Before Cirie had joined them, Felicia and Mimi were actually kind of talking about maybe we can get this kind of a girls thing kind of going. I don't think it's going to work. But they're trying to plan and think about what's going to happen. Even the girls thing, they might have even just been referring to the Bye Bye Bitches. But again, maybe they're thinking maybe we can get Blue in there in America, but they don't really trust Blue that much, I don't think. So we'll see how that kind of all goes. This was all broken up, though. Again, we couldn't really hear much was going on. But Bowie comes on out, and she's like, what's going on, guys? There's this great little piece of camera work, too, where, they're all talking in, the Scramble verse room. And the Bowie was in the comic room, and then Bowie's just kind of sitting there like this. And the camera, in the wall, goes from comic room and just slides over to the four of them in the Scramble verse. So that was really kind of fun. They ended up getting Cameron, who was asleep, and it kind of turns into a Legend 25 meeting minus Red and Matt. Red was in the diary room. Matt was out back with Jag. Like I said, he was kind of talking like final twos and things like that. And they were basically telling Cameron, like, yeah, we're all on board. We're keeping Red. Like, we know there's a rift between you two, but like, you know, family fights and we all come back together. And Cameron's like, yeah, everybody's on board. Even Matt's on board with keeping Red, which again is funny because he's literally in the backyard talking about how they're going to make a final two called like The Chosen or Reilly's Chosen. And he's just, it's a whole thing. Oh, and then at one point they were like, oh, the perfect like 4-person group we could have would be me. This is Matt, me, you talking to Jag, Red, and Bowie. He's on the block with. I don't even think they realized, like, oh yeah, we can't do that because either Red or me are gone. Just kind of wild. Eventually, they do get Red to come join because he left the diary room, and Bowie was actually able to kind of like warn him. She's like, hey, we're having a Legend 25 meeting. Cameron's in there. Just, you know, put on the schmooze, right? Like, just in case he wins next week, we're just kind of letting them know everything's good and that we're keeping you. It is also Red's birthday tomorrow. The feeds were down a lot today because of Labor Day, kind of a party. I wonder if we'll get a lot tomorrow because, again, like, it's kind of Red's birthday, so maybe they will have like a little party for him, though I assume we'll probably see a lot of it. And they plan on doing skits where they're all going to do impressions of Red, so that'll either be really rough or maybe there'll be some funny ones in there. We'll have to see. But yeah, that really kind of covers everything from the day. There wasn't too much going on. Oh, after that Legend 25 meeting, there was a little bit of a chat with Felicia and Mimi, and they were both like, did we go too hard on the idea that we're coming back together and like everything's going to be fine? Because the last thing we want is for Cameron and Red to come back together, because their whole goal is, yeah, next week Cameron's gone, like, see you later, Cameron. But they'll keep Red around, but they don't want the two of them going back together and kind of forming up a thing, because that could be the worst case scenario for them. That really kind of covers everything that happened on the feeds. I do have something else for you guys. Since they were down so much yesterday, I was kind of working on the alliance chart, and I usually like to put it out after the veto ceremony because so much can happen afterwards. So here we go. Let's take a look at our brand new alliance chart for week number 6. You can see Jag there in the target, but I've also added a few other things here. So we've got things like the 7 deadly sins, which is probably the faker one of all the alliances. You just got Legend 25, which is the fakest. Make it happen, which is for sure fake. For real, which is kind of fake. You then also have the bye bye bitches, which you know, is fake-ish, if you want to say. You got the 3-way rats down there with America, Cory, and Matt, and that's sort of fake. So just lots of these fake alliances kind of all around. But the main purpose is you want to kind of look at that center area. Those are the ones that are the most real, even though we do also have Crossroads there, which is kind of like fake adjacent at this point as well. But this is kind of how things are. I have added over in the final 2 section things like Mimi and Felicia, because again, they talk a lot, and the two of them actually at this point have kind of caught on to what Cirie's doing, especially with people like Red. I've also added Cory and Izzy in there because they really talk a lot. And I think for Cory, his main thing is he would like to go far with Jared and Izzy, but he's starting to worry about Cirie, which is also why Cory has kind of graduated from Cirie's daycare. He is no longer in that. I also took Cameron out of that because while he's like saying somewhat he was loyal to Cirie with Red, I think he was just saying that for Red. Meanwhile, he was pitching for potentially Cirie and Felicia to go up next week. So Cameron, he's just kind of doing his own thing. And really at this point, Cameron is just on his own. You can even see in the Legend 25 Alliance, he's drifting away from that as well. But this is kind of where things stand at this point. I would imagine we have plenty of time until the eviction day, but I would imagine that Jag will be going. Even if we do get flips and flops, I really think it's going to still end up on Jag being the one to go. And to be honest, for most people in there, it actually probably makes the most sense for him to go, since that kind of keeps things like Cameron or as a big, well, not Cameron, but Red as a target kind of before people. But if you're someone like America, if you're someone like Matt, someone like Blue, you're probably better off if Jag is still around. Even Cory, you're probably better off if someone like Jag is around than Red, because at this point, it seems like a lot of people are just going like, yeah, well, you know what? Red's kind of not going to put us up, especially if you're someone like Cirie. So it seems like maybe Jag would be a much better shield if you keep that to stick around. But yeah, that is our alliance chart for week number 6. I hope you enjoyed that. Also, I'm trying something new out with the microphone. I somewhere along the lines, my audio settings got kind of weird and messed up. What do you guys think? How am I sounding? Do I sound really cool? Am I sounding good? Do I sound like a slick radio DJ? Let me know in those comments down below what you're thinking of everything that happened on the feeds, the brand new alliance chart, my microphone, all that. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, especially you made it all the way to the end of this video, smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Also, check out the links to all my socials. Description down below. Pin comment. We got things like my Twitter, Twitch, Discord, Kick. I think I'm going to try and get a stream going today. Try and crack that back open and get things up and running, since I've taken a little bit of a break from that, just with everything else that was going on, doing these updates every day. But I think I want to try and fire that up and hang out with you guys. So make sure you check that out. You follow what you want, ignore what you want. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you next time.